Алекс Бражник. У меня сегодня очень интересная встреча. Я года 3 назад познакомился с концептом Happiness Tree, или дерево счастья. Концепт, который был изобретен в Южной Корее. И человек, который изобрел, его зовут JP, человек, который много-много лет изучает счастье, что делать людей счастливыми, позитивную психологию. Вот сегодня у меня есть такая возможность необыкновенная. Он проездом буквально несколько часов в Москве. Мы с ним встречаемся, чтобы поговорить как раз о том, что делать людей счастливыми, какие есть приемы практические, повышать свой уровень удовлетворенности от жизни, есть ли разница в разных странах от того, что делать людей счастливыми. И вообще, я думаю, что будет много инсайтов. Я прям очень-очень с нетерпением по поводу этой встречи.
Old people think that in order to be happy, you have to work hard.
To work hard.
Yeah. Then young people know that, okay, even though you work hard, you can reach the happiness that the money gives you. Because it's harder to get house.
Yeah.
The price is so high.
Yeah.
And just working is not enough.
So you decided to leave this company.
In 2009, I made my mind to do my own business. It's a big challenge, right?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Because I worked for the company for 10 years almost. Then I changed my mind to do my own business. Wow, it's a big challenge, and I had to take a big risk. It means that there are several factors, moments, which influence my decision.
Sure,
I like my job, so I did work a lot, and I thought working is one of my big happiness. And when I was early 30s, my friends started to get married, but I was a single when I was 33 years old.
Is it not typical for Korean?
It's but recently it's they marry older, and then I thought, okay, in order to be happier, maybe I should meet a woman for marriage. Yeah. It was a big decision because I was satisfied with my job and friends and etc. At the moment I met my wife in the company, so I thought, is it the starting point of new happiness?
Okay, changing your life.
Yeah, a lot.
So you quit job?
No. I was at the moment I was working for the company. Okay. What happened after marriage?
I don't know. What happened in your life?
Yeah, my happiness
went down.
Went down. Went down. It was totally different from what I expected.
Okay.
If you see the magazines and TV television, then you have always happy with your wife and etc. Right? But the reality is that my wife was very different from my world.
Right.
Actually, she studied in abroad, and also she has a very strong characters.
Right.
And the lifestyle, the pattern, behaviors, everything were different. So we had many conflict between us. But I tried to solve these issues. I joined the training program, MBTI.
So what's your type preference? INFJ?
INTJ.
INTJ.
Yeah.
Okay. So you went for this program to understand yourself, understand people around you, and didn't make any changes for your personal life?
Actually, it didn't solve my issue. I still seeked for the solutions. So I visited several seminars about happiness, how to be happier.
Yeah.
Then at the moment I met a positive psychology. It was around 2007-8.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like this early age of
positive
psychology.
Okay. Yeah. Then because I was a market researcher, I like numbers, evidence, right?
INTJ, of course.
Yeah.
Very,
okay.
very practical, very of focusing efficiency.
So when I read the books about positive psychology, wow, it is the thing what I was looking for. So I studied by myself, enrolled the online course, which is provided by in United States. One day, I had a conflict with my wife. So I asked my wife, "What is your happiness?"
What did she say?
She said, "Bag." But I couldn't afford the new premium bags every time, right? I was just working for the company.
But you can find cheap ones, not real ones,
Yeah.
Go to China. I know lots of places, like gosh.
I had 2 ways. One is that I do make more money in order to buy bags for her. The other one is that I should find a solution without money.
Okay.
So when I read the positive psychology books, maybe
So you decided
this could be a solution.
you decided to go for second option. So
Yeah.
no money, but
Yeah,
happiness.
yeah.
All right, that's interesting.
Then I started to apply what I studied, to her.
Yeah.
But it took a lot of time until we see the change.
Right.
So after 1.5 years, she told me that, JP, I'm happy.
So what did you do? What exactly worked? What you said I tried different things.
That's a big secret.
Come on.
Yeah.
Russians love secrets, you know?
Okay.
We are one of the
Gossip
best.
as well.
Okay.
He loves, not all of us.
So the answers are in every positive psychology books. One of the most powerful intervention is that gratitude.
Okay.
3 good things. I was grown up in the southern part of Korea. We call it the city is Busan.
We are
When you go,
Busan, actually.
Busan,
Yeah.
it's people like Russian boys. I'm guy. We don't like happiness. Actually, it's too. It's a woman's job.
It's not about happiness.
Yeah.
Very, very tough to have.
Yeah,
to be
right.
happy. Okay.
Yeah, I needed courage to to do something. I didn't know how to apply these things to her. There are several ways to do gratitude. We can recommend you. Oh, please write your gratitude journal every
Yeah.
day.
Oh, yeah.
But
Sometimes it's not working.
no,
It doesn't work. Yeah.
it doesn't work, right? After work, we are very high stress. I work together with my wife around my house, following the river. So we talk. So what are the key topic we talk is that how about the stress
Yeah.
from the work. She always complained, about her boss, and I was complained. Even though I like work, I thought I work a lot. And so one day, I asked my wife. My wife's name is Victoria. Victoria, what was the
Good thing about
good
this day.
thing
Yeah.
at work? Her answer was nothing. I don't like work. It's so stressful. Actually, I remember her response.
So surprised, like.
No, why do you
Why
ask
this question?
this kind of silly question to me? Yeah, but one of my strengths is patience and endurance.
Right.
So in the next working, I ask her again.
Generally, most of people, they don't want to try new. They don't want to take risks. Kind
Yeah.
of passive and
Yeah.
passively aggressive sometimes,
Okay.
because they don't want passive, but they want something to
Okay.
give it to me, give it to me.
It's aggressive.
But young generation, I think it's much more, at least from my point of view, what I see here in Moscow, most of them, they're well educated. They want to find their lives. I mean, they don't want to go for routes that have been written by their parents.
They're digital generation. They're open to the world, right? So
Right, it doesn't really matter like where you live as long as you
Yeah.
do what you want to do with
Yeah.
who you want to do it with.
Yes.
I see lots of bright people,
Yeah.
people who challenge
Yeah.
traditional way of thinking, who are trying to do something. Many years ago, people just wanted to do nothing and just get something.
Yes.
It's not just black and white, it's very situational.
Yeah.
There are some people who have everything, but they're not happy because it's about themselves, it's about their attitude to life, Sometimes you cannot be happy at all because you're not about happiness. And this is something here.
I have worked with many companies. My subject is happiness. So whenever I do workshop or training, I can feel the mood, the atmosphere of the group, the company. Whenever I start my training, I do a short survey there about their happiness.
Yeah.
They answer by themselves.
Yeah, sure.
They reflect on their happiness. We can see, okay, we can make a scores, numbers.
Yeah.
Then the distribution, even though the group looks happier, but the distribution is much similar. When you say personally, ask personally, then there are some people are very happy, some people are
Less
not
happy. Yeah,
happy.
yeah, sure.
Happy, right? Yeah.
What's happiness for you? If you will describe in your own words, like not
Okay.
definition, but somehow, what's happiness for JP?
Okay, that's a very big question, right?
Yeah, it's
so I'm still trying to define happiness, but I was influenced by positive psychology because when I start to think of happiness, my frame about happiness came from the positive psychology. But when I use my words about happiness, I'm just saying two things. One is a small happiness, the other one is a big happiness.
All right.
Small happiness is that it's kind of, I say micro happiness. What I mean, the moment. During this talk, we can feel
Like
positive
nice,
emotions,
like
nice,
kind of nice.
happy, and you are smiling.
Right.
I'm happy.
Yeah, some-
Very small happiness moments, right? If you have more happy moments, it is your happiness. Then positive psychology says it's affective happiness. It's an experience, right?
Happiness in a moment.
Yeah. Now the second one is a big happiness. Okay, my bank account, and my friends, my family, my house, the overall, my life. How much I'm satisfied with those things. Is it my life is getting better or not? It's a big question, big happiness. So as you said, young people looking for their true self. This is also, I think, a big happiness, right? It's not hard to get those happiness in short time. It's a long journey.
Right.
Yeah. Right. But the key is the secret is how you combine, link those
Small,
two happiness. In the older generation, they focus on the satisfaction, life quality. What I mean, the big picture. You have to study hard to be
For the future,
for the
you get a
future.
good future.
But young people, as you said, they just focus on
today.
their cafe, tea, and their dancing, right?
Like small.
Small things. The young people think that this is the big picture is the older generations thought, right? But you know that if you see the old generation, are they happy?
No.
Question mark, right?
Not much.
But if you see the young people, are they really happy? Question mark for me. That's
So what is the magic?
Yeah.
Yes. No one will know that. Just few thousand people.
Okay. Sorry to answer like this. You have an answer. Because what I mean is
It's like religion. You have your answer. You just find it.
Okay, I will change my answer. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to discover your own algorithm or your own, formula to connect those two things, because it's a very personal things, right?
Yeah, sure.
So everyone has a different types of happy moments, right? Someone enjoy tea, someone enjoy just dancing,
Some people. There are some people in Russia who enjoy borscht. Or this pig fat, the salad. Lovely.
I think Alex is enjoying his work, right?
Yeah. It's not about work actually. It's my life,
He doesn't.
For me, I don't use this kind of video clip because I'm enjoying talking with Alexander. It's a little burden for me to, the video, recording. I'm connecting what I like, the happiness moments, to my performance in my work.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting, like you're talking about the big picture of happiness, you're talking about family, friends, house, whatever, your money, income.
Yeah.
And I had that like few years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I really had it, and I felt like this is not enough. I should have something more.
Yeah.
And this made me to think about meaning.
Yeah.
Because it's not only about like friends, good work. It's not about traveling, but also what's your value for this world. If you ask me about happiness, I would add to your picture. I would have this kind of feeling that you bring something to this world. It doesn't matter in which way. Some people they think I bring children to this world, and this is my impact to this world. What do you think? How this value or meaning is a part of your picture of happiness, or is it should be a picture of happiness? Why do you care? I mean, what you do for the life to make this world better place to live? Is it supposed to be part of your happiness?
I have to say this, everyone says meaning is important, right? Yeah. But I'm thinking it's just one element, right? If you find meanings of your life, you can be happier.
So what's your meaning of life? For now, I mean, because it could change, of course. Why do you here?
Why am I here? I'm continuing my business, my happiness business, and the happiness is my meaning because I can contribute to the world and next generation if I make good tools which make people happier, right? And even though I die.
I like your smile when you said, even if I die, and smile at that. Okay.
Actually, that's another big topic for me, the happy death, What I mean, when you die, I want to,
smile.
I want to smile.
Interesting. But they can make it, you know, it's simple now.
Yeah.
They can somehow, when you die, they can do it smile easily. And they can make a good makeup.
Or plastic surgery, you know.
Yeah, you can, whatever. They can do whatever you want. You know, if you have money, they can do it.
Maybe, you know, when I getting older, maybe I will reflect my previous, you know, life. And I will see what I left in this world. Maybe it could be my son. Or it could be some, you know, articles, what I wrote.
Someone said in Korea, many years ago, it was like a huge rate of suicide at work.
Yes.
Like it was the reason why you decided, at least they're saying this, why you decided to explore happiness and why you decided to promote happiness at work, because it was kind of bad statistics. Is it true, or it's kind of a way of promote?
Okay, you are stepping further in my mind. I told you that when I start my business, there are several factors.
Yeah.
One is, you know, my wife. The other is one of my friends committed suicide in the company.
Okay.
Yeah, and the culture. Sometimes, you know, it make people happier, but it can kill people.
Okay.
Yeah, Korea. Sadly, it's one of the highest suicide rate
in the world.
in the world. Yeah.
Because of this hardworking, loyalty, all this kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So you decided to explore the thing, and how you came to this happiness tree model, how you came to this practical thing, because he does a really interesting thing. I brought it with me.
Okay.
This is a package.
Yes.
You have it inside, and you will go inside and you will see this thing called happiness tree.
Yeah.
And in this happiness tree, people during the workshop, they build their they build their happiness tree themselves, answering different questions, going through some kind of experiences, and they do this individual happiness tree to understand what's happiness for them, what's their picture of happiness. And what I like about it, because like on the market there are all different approaches, but this is what I like about this one. They make something, they just build it, and at the end they see it, and they call it, they describe it, and after that they're starting to think what I can do to flourish this tree, to make it bigger. How you decided to do like this?
My background of influence, you know, making this tool. You know, I was a marketing researcher. What I did is that it's a focus group discussion. There is a product. Then I ask questions. What do you like this one? Interestingly, after the focus group, people started to like this product because they open their new perspectives on the product. If you say, okay, this is a coffee, right?
If I don't like it, like if I don't like this fat,
researcher are exploring, have to find the positive parts, because then we can recommend our clients. Okay, when you communicate this product, you have to use these words, and you have to develop more in these parts, because people see two things, right? So negative parts and positive parts, right? Our role is that we discover the positive parts. Then this is very good to persuade people to change their minds, right?
If people focusing on positive things, they're starting to accept it, they're starting to use it more, and
open their minds and their more behaviors. Yeah. Actually, in the starting point, we don't have that kind of tree. It's just kind of a paper and the post-its. That was all. So what I did is this is the kind of focus group for yourself. So I ask questions to people. Think about your strengths, think about your values, and they write down brainstorming about themselves. Then they sort what they thought, and they pick their keywords, which can in the direction of your happiness, or it can direction of your life. So that's the starting point. But it's actually a version 7. Annually,
six versions before.
Yes, right.
So are we going to have version 8 in the future?
Okay, 8 will be digital chatbot.
Digital.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's going to be. It's not a digital tree, just digital chatbot.
That's it's version 7.
Scale, right?
Yeah, right.
Right,
yeah. So. We added the concept of tree from from version 4 or version 3.
All right.
What I mean is because the happiness is not just one moment What I mean,
Sure.
there are several people who can do well when they have the plant. Someone they just kill the plant, right?
Yeah.
I think the happiness is like that.
Right.
You have to see and take care of the plant, and it
It will grow.
grows. That's why we use it tree when we say about happiness.
Okay. So if you talk about your tree,
Yeah.
what's gonna be like 3 major branches of your tree?
Okay, one thing. The first one is that it says the name of my wife and my son. The second one is Bloom. It's a Bloom company.
It's your company?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
company. The third one is nature.
Uh-huh.
I like trekking,
Uh-huh.
and I like see the sky and trees.
Right.
And so what I mean is I have directions, right?
Uh-huh.
So if you think of small things, small happiness. People think that what are small happiness things in your life? But this workshop gives you direction.
Tell me about the Bloom company. How big is it now? I know you have like mission to bring like lots of these trees around the world to make a forest of trees. Where you now? I mean, is this your?
Okay, it's been actually 9 years since I started my business. I'm just focusing on very small parts in HR, in education.
Yeah, sure.
But luckily, my business went going well, and it was 2 years ago. We have 8 full-time and around over 10 partner trainers.
Right.
Yeah, but it starts going down.
Okay.
So I'm transforming my business model because we have a issue in training. In previous corporates had provided many trainings, offline trainings to employees.
Right.
But recently, the government is also have a law to shorten the time of working.
Right.
Yeah,
Less
just
than used to be.
52 hours.
Just
max.
52.
Max.
Okay.
If you work
In
longer
in
than
Russia, it's 40 hours. Every 5 days, 8 days, 8 hours a day, like 40 hours.
40 hours. Then if 50 hours max, then if you work
over?
longer, then
Okay.
your corporates will be punished.
All right.
The company started to decrease the offline training,
Right.
so it also affect our business.
Okay.
So I started converting my business model from offline. We keep the offline training as well, but we're expanding the
Online.
digital online.
Okay, digital.
Yeah.
I know that you are like in Europe, in States. How many trees do you have now? Do you plant now? Have you planted up to date?
Up to date is 120,000.
120,000 trees.
120,000 trees.
And
Right.
one tree is like one company?
No,
No.
one person.
One person.
This
Okay,
one,
like
yeah.
And your goal? How many trees? Your mission?
10 million.
10 million.
Yeah,
When it's gonna happen?
2020.
2020.
But I found that it is not possible
Why?
with just the
Yeah, but you can do
offline.
it-
But if
yeah,
I
you
use
can do digital,
digital, then
yeah,
it
yeah.
makes sense.
If you will give advice to yourself,
Yeah.
like 20 years old, you are 20 years old.
Yes.
What would you say to yourself?
Enjoy.
Not only study, but also
Yeah.
enjoy your life. You
Right.
know? Meet girls.
Study with the girls.
Meet girls. Have,
That's how to
meet
link.
girls. Have sex. Life is about enjoying what you are doing.
Yeah.
Not just working and studying, etc. Yes.
I said it's studying with the girls.
Okay. Study
Yeah.
with the girls.
What I mean is we need to combine.
Right. Okay. Not just.
Studying or girl. No.
Yeah.
Study and girl.
It's like
yeah.
It's like positive psychology and mindfulness.
Yes.
Altogether.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just to finalize our conversation
Yeah.
here, what kind of advice, real practical advice, you give to people in Russia, young people,
Okay.
middle-aged people who say, okay, I want to be more happy. I really want to be more
Yeah.
happy. Like if you say some small things, like very practical,
Yeah.
what would you say to do, like every day?
Systemize,
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
advice.
yeah.
One is that, as I mentioned, I think the two subjects is very important for, it's a life skill. So when you start something new, you need information, right? So my first advice is that please go to the bookstore, then buy 2 books.
Yeah.
One is about positive psychology.
Okay.
The other one is about mindfulness.
Okay.
It's just the starting point.
Right.
If you don't like books, okay, you just want to follow my advices.
Yeah. we trust you, you know. I want to follow your advice. Just give me advice.
I want to just tell you what I'm doing every day.
Yeah, this is,
Okay, every day, you know, when I wake up, you know, I do 8 minutes meditation. Yeah, but it could be 3 minutes. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's just the start of your day is pausing, preparing. So just close your eyes, breathing. That's all.
Like just breathing, focusing on the breath, focusing on your body, and
just focusing. But if you read a book about mindfulness,
you will
then you will know what it is.
Techniques.
Yes. After that, I'm doing is writing a journal. When you do meditation or mindfulness meditation, there's several thoughts and the emotions come to your mind. It's harder to focus on your breathing. You just notice what comes to your mind. That's all. And write down. So what I write is I just reflect the previous day. I write 3 good things. And I added the why. That's all. You needed to keep those practice for a month.
At least.
Yeah, at least.
I tell you these 2 books. You said 2 books. 1 book on positive psychology and 1 book on mindfulness. If you would recommend 2 books that worked well for you, best book for you, what it would be? When
I studied the positive psychology, the first book I encountered was Happier, written by Tal Ben-Shahar. Yeah, it's a very easy book. But I don't know whether you have. Maybe you will have.
We have a lot of things like Martin Seligman, Barbara Fredrickson.
It's a little difficult. But I recommend you start with a very easy book.
What about mindfulness? Which one?
Mindfulness is it's hard.
I know, but 1 book.
One
book, yeah.
When I started mindfulness, the power of now.
Power of now.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember also?
It's harder to pronounce his name, but you can just check the power of now. You can see the blue,
blue book.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for your thinking and sharing your thoughts. It's really interesting, very nice. Это была, конечно, очень интересная встреча, но первое, что, например, в голове осталось очень сильно, это про кусочки счастья, про то, что счастье бывает в моменте, или так называемое small happiness, маленькое счастье, и большое счастье, и что мы имеем тенденцию либо фокусироваться на одном, либо на другом. Вот микс, соединение маленького ежедневного ощущения удовольствия, удовлетворения от жизни с общей концепцией, общей идеей где-то сейчас в жизни, с большим счастьем мне очень зашел, очень хорошо. Потом очень интересная эта история про то, что счастье — это про баланс между positive psychology и mindfulness. Как это очень часто, когда ты говоришь про счастье, люди говорят про легкость, про светлость, про что-то такое прям флаффи, легенькое. А счастье вообще же только про это. Мы все испытываем негатив, у нас у всех бывает злость, негативные эмоции, печаль, расставание, потери. Но вот это вот принятие этого и прохождение через это делает человека более глубоким и сбалансированным, наверное, тоже счастливым, потому что ты не можешь жить только в позитиве. Твоя жизнь дает тебе больше опыта, и только ты с ним срабатываешь, ты с ним работаешь, какие выводы делаешь. Вот, наверное, есть про то самое нахождение своего пути, кто ты, чего ты хочешь от жизни, а самое главное, что хочешь дальше делать. Будем встречаться дальше с интересными людьми по миру. Обещаю, если вы с нами шарите это видео, вот там внизу есть такие знаки, можете их использовать. Опять же, все по вашему усмотрению, без насилия. Мы за удовольствие от жизни, за счастье без насилия. До скорого.